Hey everyone, welcome back. Last time we tried to weigh this Porsche 944 S2 from 1989 using bathroom scales. It was pretty dodgy, it was pretty janky, and we didn't have a lot of time, but this week we'll find out how that went. I'm really sorry that there hasn't been an episode for, God, maybe 6 weeks now. My family went on holiday, that meant I had to do more work. There's been loads of stuff going on. I'll fill you in on some of it in this episode. I just want to thank everyone who's been watching and subscribing and commenting. Somehow we're up to nearly 400 subscribers, so now I really want to push for 1,000, so I'm going to make more videos. Now let's get into it. First of all, let's talk about the weight of the car. Now 850 seemed really low to me. I don't know if anyone in the comments got it. I don't think they did, but as this car originally weighed maybe 1360 to 1400 kilograms, this seemed like we had lost a lot of weight. So let's start breaking that down. So from here at the front, we've lost the engine. This is over 160 kilograms. We've then lost what would have been in the middle there, the torque tube running down the car, maybe 25 kilograms, to the rear of the car where we had the transaxle gearbox kind of sitting between the rear wheels. That would probably be pushing over 70 kilograms, maybe even 90. We've also lost the fuel tank. In the interior, we have no seats, between 30 to 40 kilograms. The rear bumper balance is gone. You can see where it would have fitted. This has got to weigh at least 5 kilograms, maybe more. The cooling systems have been removed from the car, maybe 10 to 15 kilograms worth, and the air conditioning systems. Parts of the braking systems have been removed. In fact, probably more than I would like. The battery and the alternator are also gone, which can be pretty heavy items. And the exhaust system is gone off the car as well. And then we've got no fluids as well. So, I mean, this is a lot of stuff that's been removed from the car. So if we add everything up, I think the minimum that's been removed from this car is maybe 460, 465 kilograms. The maximum amount could be past 600, which makes the 850 kilogram estimate plausible, if not accurate.
I'm willing to stake my entire reputation on it.
There's a plane flying overhead. I wish I was going on holiday again. Oh, I think it's right now. That is literally the flight to Portugal that I took, flying over my house. We've ordered some parts and they have arrived. We have these, which are the struts for that rear window, but we also have the parts for the sill. This is the patch panel for the front wing, and then the sill, which is actually two parts, the long bit that runs across the bottom of the door, and then the part that sort of makes up part of the rear wing. The hard part now is that we've actually got to fit these. These are not Porsche items, which would have somewhat broken the bank, but they are the ones that everyone recommends for fixing this problem, which is fairly usual on Porsche 944s. Since the last video, I've actually managed to speak to some people that know far more about this than me, including Jeremy over at the Electric Supercar channel on YouTube. Check it out, it's a great channel, he does amazing stuff. He spoke to me about this, he was very candid about the journey and the experience, and he said, do I really care about all the different parts of the journey, or am I just trying to get to the destination? I think maybe a bit of both, depending on what parts we're talking about. And through Reddit, I also talked to a guy called Steve, who's also in America, who's already converting one of these. Now, he's keeping it original on the outside, but just making it a hot rod in all other ways. He's putting the big Tesla drive unit. I think he's got the motor in. He's working on the cooling of the batteries. All of his stuff is next level. He was super modest, but clearly way more skilled than I can ever hope to be. And I've actually asked him if I can feature some of his content on here. It'll probably inspire us all and make us believe that maybe this is possible, even with a nitwit like me doing it. You guys will be happy to know I'm not going to be doing this all on my own. In fact, I would electrocute myself, burn myself, and all sorts of bad things would happen. Luckily, I've got a guy called Martin. He's super experienced at this kind of thing. He does up really old classic cars through to 70s and 80s cars. He actually works for a car recovery company as well. He's fixed up and restored more cars than I can count, and he's going to come and help me with the all-important sills. Now, that doesn't mean I'm not going to do it. I'm going to have a go at all of this and do as much of it as I can, but at least I'm going to have a professional around so I don't do anything too stupid and ruin this car. So this leads on to another reason why this video is so delayed. I was looking for somewhere else to do this work. The garage here is tiny, really small and hard to work in. And I didn't want to have to work outside with Martin on this car. Plus, actually, looking around, all of this here, this old house is actually meant to become, hopefully, our forever family home. Why not have twins, try and build an EV, and try and build a house? They're all things I have no idea about. I would say the twins was at the bottom of not knowing anything about it. The house is in the middle and the car is at the top, and you all know how much I know about the car. To cut a long story short, we haven't found anywhere else yet, so we're gonna do it here. Like right here. We're gonna do all of the next stages. What are those next steps? Well, they're gonna be several videos. We have to strip some bits out of the car, bits that we don't want to be damaged by sandblasting. We then need to do some sandblasting. We then need to be doing some priming and protecting. We then need to be working out what we need to cut out from the new parts or the body that's there so that we can marry everything up. Then we need to weld it, and then we need to seal and protect that so that all these problems don't come back. We have to do all of this while working mainly outside, and even when we're storing the car, it isn't exactly a moisture-free environment, so we've got to be extra careful that we don't have this rust come back. And of course, I'll be very thankful for all of Martin's expertise here, because if I was just to, watch some YouTube videos and fire up a welder, what could possibly go wrong? But maybe in the next video, we're actually just going to strap a battery to this car and see what is working. Are the electric windows working? Are the pop-up headlights working? Are there any other electrical systems that are going to come alive? It'd be really good to get on top of this now rather than wait down the line. And it is one of the more simple things we can do just to see some progress. Since the last video, the Gen 2 Taycan has come out, and I absolutely love my Taycan Turbo. It's an amazing car, best I've ever had. So I'm thinking of borrowing the new one and doing a little review of it on this channel. Only issue is I'll probably want it. It seems crazy to me, but I've never actually driven a 944 S2. And now I'm making an EV out of one. But it's mainly for that aesthetic. I think it's a cool looking car. I've been in a pre-facelift car when I was a teenager, but never behind the wheel. So I have a plan, and if it works out, we'll do a video driving a 944 S2, and I'll tell you what I like about it and what I want to change for my EV conversion. So do tell me what you think about, how I've totted up those values and what this car actually weighs, and maybe how janky that whole system was. And also what we're doing next. We're strapping a battery to it. We're going to see what works and what doesn't work. And then we're going to work on those sills in kind of an outdoor environment. I'd love to hear what you think, but I'm also a little bit worried that this car has so many original parts missing and so many changes to it, regardless of the EV part, that it's going to be really troubling to get this approved to go back on the road. I'm already looking into this, but the only reason I can look into it is because you guys told me about it. I can't believe how generous you all are with the information you've got and the knowledge you have. Thank you so much for sharing it with me. Please keep doing it. I love all the comments. I try and answer all of them. And thank you to the subscribers and the viewers as well. It means the world to me. I'm going to try and do something a bit special for the next video. And by a bit special, I don't mean waiting another 6 weeks. It'll be here sooner than that. So stay tuned, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. I can't believe all these planes flying overhead to nice places. Take me away. Oh.